Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're in the dining room. We're not in the garage right now, but we're actually putting a brand new radio or head unit into the Restoration S10. So this is an Alpine head unit, double DIN, which actually fits in the 2003 S10s and nothing before that really. Yeah, so like doing a radio is pretty simple. I'm gonna set the camera up on the tripod and kind of walk you guys through it. But it's pretty simple. It's just color and then button connectors. You can solder it, but the buttons are easier, and I've never had an issue with them. These are the nice heat shrink ones, so we'll be able to get them nice and tight. But let me set up the camera so I can guide you guys through this, and I hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, so I'm back. So basically first step, you gotta go into the manual that comes in with the radio and look at the color coding. For the most part, the little harness that you get, if you order a radio on Crutchfield, which I highly recommend, not sponsored, Crutchfield sponsor me please, but if you go order a radio on Crutchfield, it comes with the bracket to mount it into the car and the plug with the price of the radio. But yeah, so the plug that comes with it is all color coded and labeled, so if there's like a different color than that's on the radio harness itself, you can look into the manual and see what the actual wire does. But for the most part, get a butt end connector. So I like to start from one side and work my way all the way down. So first start on this side. Power wire, which is the yellow wire. This one's actually got a fused link. Most of them don't. This is actually the first one I've seen. But just gotta stick it in both ends, like so. Then you got your crimping tool. They make different crimping tools. Some of them are a little bit better. This one's not too bad, but there's definitely better out there. And then crimp those in pretty solidly. You don't want to push too hard because you will break the copper. Copper's pretty pliable. So, all right. So the yellow ones, the constant power, the 12-volt constant power. This red wire right here is your I'm blanking. ACC, which is your when you turn your ignition on. There you go, ignition power. That just tells the radio to turn on. When you turn your key on, it will turn the radio on. So I pre-stripped these. The harness that comes with the radio is not actually, it doesn't come with them stripped, so you need a pair of strippers. These do have strippers on them, but I prefer just a normal pair of T-strippers. Makes it a little bit easier. So it's quite easy. Pretty much anyone can do it at home. This is the easiest part, per se. Pulling apart the dash, which we will get to, is a little bit more complicated, depending on the vehicle, I should say. Some vehicles, the dash comes apart very easy. Alright, so now we're going on to this blue wire. So there's a blue wire over here, but this is for the power antenna, so this actually isn't needed. Like if you look on the harness, if it matches, power antenna, not needed, but since it's here, we'll connect it. So, cut that off, strip this, getting the right size. So the worst part about these is the harnesses. They never want to line up right. The wires aren't all the same lengths on the radio harness. Because with this radio, you can technically run the yellow power wire straight to the battery, but it's not really necessary. And same with the ACC wire, you can run it straight to ignition. Again, not necessary. You can just use the harness that comes with it. Alright, so now we're on to speaker wires. So basically all these colors, the greens, the white, the purple, the gray, those are all speaker wires. Each speaker. This orange wire is your illumination from the dash, so when you turn on your headlights, it actually turns the radio down. And then I believe on the S10s, this ground wire right here doesn't actually ground it out. So the kit comes with a little C-style connector that you actually have to put the ground. So we'll find the ground in the truck and hook that up. So let's go next one down the line. So do white. Solid white. If you're colorblind while doing this, you might have some problems. It's kind of a few colors. So yeah, basically the whole radio install is just like, especially the wiring parts, just rinse and repeat, do the same thing over and over again. Get a wire, crimp a wire, then do it again and again and again until you're done. Once the whole harness is done, I'm going to tape it up, or at least get it looking a little bit neater. So when we go to put it inside the truck, it's not all over the place. The nice thing about this radio is it's very shallow. Like it's one of the shallowest radios I've actually seen, especially for the size of the display. They also make, for the back of this radio, they make an amplifier that you can just screw onto the back, and it will amplify for just your normal speakers. I don't believe it's big enough for like a sub. For a sub, you're gonna need an actual amp. But for just your door speakers and stuff like that, works pretty good.
Hello guys, this is Jacob from the future. I'm just going to time-lapse the rest of this. It's basically the same thing over and over again like I said before. Just crimp the wires, the same colors together, blah blah blah. Then heat shrink it when you're done, and then we'll get on to the installing of the radio.
Alright, what's going on guys? So, it's the next day. We didn't end up finishing the radio yesterday. But, so basically first step into getting the old radio out is you gotta pull this trim piece off. It should just pull off. It's got a bunch of little tabs that pop into the dash. You also gotta like watch out for, oh god, hope you don't break it. If it sounds like it's cracking, it may be cracking. But there's also a few connections. I think you gotta move your steering wheel down, if that's possible. Yeah. Now you got a little bit more room. Oh, there's one screw up top you gotta get. There's one screw right there. It's a 7mm or an 8mm. So yeah. Well, there should be. Okay, there's no screw there. But normally there's one fastener right there, right above your cluster. But alright, so
these don't matter.
I don't. Oh no, there are two on the bottom. Yes, this is all coming back to me now. It's been a while since I've done this, but yes, you gotta pull this bottom panel down, and then there's two fasteners, one on either side of the steering wheel, and I believe that's it. We'll let you know if there's more later. But next step, there's one screw on this side of the radio, and then one, if I can get the angle, on that side. Well, actually, there's none on that side. Well, there was one on that side. No, that's not the radio.
Well, no, but that's the whole thing. That's for that.
Alright.
Okay,
well, once the radio's out, we'll show you basically what you gotta do to put the new one in. Alright guys, so here's the back of the radio. So you got your one antenna plug, and then you got the main harness plug right there. So the main harness plug just comes undone. That will plug into that adapter that I showed you how to wire earlier. Then the antenna just unplugs and also plugs into the other adapter that is in the kit. We'll show you that once we get these two unplugged, and then check in with you guys after. Alright guys, so the old radio's out, it's up there. So now we're gonna install the new radio. So here you go, Logan. Logan is the owner of this truck. He's helped me on a lot of other stuff. So first step, he's gonna plug in that harness that we connected yesterday into the factory connector. Right there. Should plug in. Hopefully. Plugs right in. Alright. Now he's gonna plug the other half of it into the back of the radio. Perfect. Alright. Then now the antenna plug, which is over here, needs to plug into there. So a really important step when doing a radio install like this is make sure it works before you put everything back together. So right now, we're gonna put the key in the ignition and just test. Just throw the keys in it real quick. Maybe throw the keys in it real quick.
Found them.
Wow, are you camera shy over here, sir?
Something like that.
So this is, oh wow. Oh.
Look at the joy on his face.
It's probably taking longer since it's like its first boot up. Yep, alright, so English, okay. Oh wow, that was literally,
it.
that was literally it. If I can get a good camera angle. Alright, so I'll put on a radio station that actually works. Like 92.5. Alright, copyright, gotta go, bye. Alright guys, so now we're gonna be installing the radio. So let's kinda just tuck all the wires back there. And this radio is nice and thin, so there's no like room issues, luckily. Oh, actually we forgot one connection. Right here, the microphone for the hands-free calling. How do I want to do this? I want to do this somehow.
It pushes hard.
Okay, we're good now. Oh, we gotta zip tie this up. Zip tie. Zip tie.
I made a knot.
Doesn't matter, no one's gonna see it. Zip tie it. Why is it so long? That's what she said. Alright, that's probably good. And then we'll just shove the rest of it back there. At least the good bundle. Yeah, it was actually interesting. This truck had a satellite XM, like, it's kind of like a GPS type thing. It's a separate little system that goes on the dash and just puts satellite into anything. Yeah, there was a whole satellite XM box in the back of here. So that means they were using that with the stock radio. Nice thing is, this has it built in. I'm not sure where the antenna for that plugs in. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure. But, alright, so now it's just tucking the wires back there.
Here we go.
Like I said, plenty of room, hopefully. Okay, so now we figured out we gotta modify the fit. I need some dikes. We'll be right back. Alright guys, so we finally got the radio in. So apparently with these Pioneer, Alpine, not Pioneer, but a bunch of the radios, you have to actually have a parking brake signal. Sorry, it's late. So the truck already had this switch in here, and it went to, oh, you can't even see the switch, hold on. Oh, now you can see the switch. That switch down there. So basically, anytime you get into the vehicle, you gotta toggle the switch so that it thinks it's in park, so then you can do all the settings. So right now the switch is off, radio's on. Once it boots up,
So, yeah, so this has Android Auto, which is very nice. This is like the main reason. So all the voice commands and the GPS will go through the radio. So if you go setup, see how nothing is lit up? You can't touch it because it doesn't believe you're in park. Hit the switch. Oh God, what happened? Toggle the switch. There we go. Now we're good. Now you can edit everything, and it thinks you're in park the whole time, no matter when you're driving. But sounds good. Yeah, we'll do it this way. That's all you get. Less than 10 seconds. And then, yeah, so if you want to peel, peel it, there we go. Eventually. Now the installation is complete. It looks good. Hit the mute button real quick. Doesn't look too bad. I mean, it looks very modern compared to the rest of the vehicle, but not too bad. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's decently in depth. If you have any questions, of course, just post something in the comments. I can answer it usually. But if you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more of the channel, and especially the LS10 or the Restoration S10, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hope you guys had a good day. Bye.
What's going on? Thought we were supposed to be working on a radio here. Thought we were supposed to be working on a radio. Come back. Where are you going, bro? Well, guys, I guess we're not working on the radio today. Guess no more radio. I don't know what's up with that. I guess he was embarrassed about his Tinder. Go check him out on Tinder, guys. That's all you can do.